This year, today's guest celebrates 9 incredible years in music, and what a career she has had. 11 top 10 UK singles, 3 #1 UK albums, 4 outstanding sold-out UK tours, 3 Brit Awards, a Golden Globe and 6 Grammy Awards, all deserved in their own right. She is one of the hardest working women in music, and the wait is finally over, guys, because she is back with a brand new single here on Chart Show TV to talk about. Please welcome pop icon Lady Gaga.
Oh my gosh,
Hello.
That introduction, thank you.
Oh, you are more than welcome, please. Welcome to Chart Show TV, Lady Gaga.
Thank
How are
you. I'm wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you, very well. Now,
you look beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm sure I'm not the only person that tells you that, but I was just saying, I said all the women in London are good looking.
Ah, thank you. Now, you must be so excited to be here in the UK with the new music.
Yeah. It's so exciting and fun to be here the day of the single release because Mark Ronson, who produced the whole record and oversaw the process of it, he is from here, he lives here, so he's here too, and we just get to celebrate and seeing the fans after all these years, they're still here. It's incredible.
Your fans in the UK are very loyal and supportive of your career. They're all outside waiting. They've been there for hours for you, which is amazing to see. Is it nice to come back and see your little monsters kind of pop in and say hi?
Yeah, it's you always wonder, if they'll go away or maybe they'll grow up and grow out of me, but instead we grew up together, and it's special. It's like reuniting with friends or something. Oh. So thank you to all my UK fans for being so wonderful today.
We're happy to have you here in the UK. Everyone is very excited. It's like Gaga mania right now. We're like, wow, she's here. You've been teasing us online with art pop graphics and the day, and it's finally out. Was it always going to be your kind of comeback single, would you say?
Not necessarily, actually. We went through a series of songs. Yes, we kept bumping new songs up. And songs up until just even a month ago were taken off the record because we wrote new ones. So Perfect Illusion is just something that we arrived upon, I would say a few months ago, was when that record's incarnation began. And it began with Kevin Parker. He came into the studio. He wanted to work with us. He had this idea for a song called Illusion. And he'd started writing it, and he played it for me. And, you never know when you work with somebody how they're going to be. And I definitely am a very hands-on songwriter, and I'm used to writing my material mostly by myself or with just one other person. Mm-hmm. So you just never know if a songwriter is going to be really hard and not want to change things, mm-hmm. and be really possessive of the music. But that's what was so amazing about working with him and Mark and Blood Pop. If they didn't like something that I came up with, they told me, and vice versa, and we just kept going until we all really loved it. The most important thing to me was that the song wasn't just about any illusion, but about one in particular that we could find that spoke to people around the world. Mm. And that is Perfect Illusion. In our philosophy in making the song, not just thinking about relationships, but also about the world and how it's difficult to connect when there's so much that's being filtered and altered, and
it's quite scary.
It's hard to know who you're going to meet. Maybe you meet someone online and
it's catfish. You see them in the flesh, and you're like, oh, you don't look like that.
Right, or maybe even everything, not just how you look, but your character, your interests. And then are we also then going out in public and trying to be what we have created of ourselves online? Mm-hmm. So the record has a couple different layers in that way.
It's genuine, it's relatable, and it's anthemic.
Thank you.
I can go on. It's amazing to hear on the radio, actually. When I heard it, I was like, whoa.
That was really crazy this morning, hearing it on the radio for the first time. It sounded great.
It was like, boom, whoa, like, she's back. Wow.
Thank you.
You had to kind of take a moment. Now, people love your music videos because every time we watch them, we get excited, we get creative. What can you tell us about this new video for Perfect Illusion?
I made the Perfect Illusion video with Ruth Hogben, who's been a friend of mine and a brilliant artist, photographer, filmmaker. I've known her for years. I did work with her with Nick Knight. She's incredible, and she came up with the concept for this video with the team, and as well as Brandon Maxwell, he's my stylist, but he's also, we all work together creatively on things, and I also was involved in the conception of the video, but this was her brainchild. In the video, what I would say is you are right there in it with me as a human being. And I just wanted to sing the song and perform the song and let any sense of selling or trying to impress completely fade away. I wanted to be the antithesis of a perfect illusion. And I find the energy in the video with the fans to be explosive. And on the set, watching them transform, nobody had their cell phones, so we basically had a party in the desert, and everybody was listening to the song over and over again and dancing, and Mark and Kevin are crowd surfing, and I'm whipping a microphone around my head, and we were really just connecting with one another and having a great time. And this video is very much about being grounded, even if you're angry, even if you have rage, that it's okay to embrace that and just
let loose,
I'm over the show. At least now I know it wasn't love. It's a total release, and it was really, really fun to make.
Do you get nervous when you release new material to the world, because you've been working on that for a very long time?
There is an element of pressure for sure, and nervousness, but I have to say that because I took the last 3 years to recalibrate my soul and myself, and started writing songs 2 years ago, then began working with Mark, and had over 6 months to 2 years essentially to make a record. I felt less nervous. I felt like I've had the time I needed to make something I really believe in, that I love. I also, it's so weird, I told somebody today, it's last night, and just weeks leading up till now, I think I haven't really thought once about what if this song was going to be big or not. And it's because the focus has just totally been on making it as great as we could that I sort of just forgot. And then today happened, and we woke up, and it's like #1 in like 60 countries on the digital charts, and Mark and I just don't even know what to say to each other, or Kevin from Tame Impala or Blood Pop, we're just kind of all
stunned.
Yeah, it's our baby, she's all grown up.
Yeah, she's doing her thing. Those powerful vocals and the kind of raspy, rocky tones you've got were just, it blew me away. I loved it. I love hearing it live and loud.
That's Mark, I sing it, he doesn't sing it, but he is so fantastic with choosing the right vocal. And it's something that I'm actually not great at because I am so judgmental of my voice and insecure. So I'm quite good with music and arrangements and songwriting, and I can sing, but Mark is the one who really crafted the vocal style on the album, and keeping my storytelling intact through the records.
He pushed you out of your comfort zone, made you kind of...
He pushed me to dig so deep into my soul every day that it was very painful. I would cry. I was very emotional. A lot of the time I would not feel well some days. But he was there, like my best friend, every day, just going through it with me and saying, hey, this is part of it. This is just what we got to do.
This is the journey.
Yeah.
Now, I hear that you cooked him some nice Italian food while you were working. What's your specialty? What's your favourite dish?
I made him a lot of stuff. I mean, I would cook for all the guys at the studio. I thought it was a nice way for us to bond. And Mark moved to Malibu, basically, from London to Malibu to make the record with me. So, you're away from home, and our engineers and our friends, they are eating out every day and getting takeout, and it's nice to have a home-cooked meal. I think it makes a strong feeling of family. Yeah, so I would make like sweet fennel pasta with, chicken Milanese, or I would marinate a bunch of steak and just throw it on the grill with potatoes and salad.
It's making me hungry.
It was fun. It was really nice. At like 5 p.m.
Of course, at the end of a long day, everyone sit down together.
Not the end, my dear.
No,
not with Mark Ronson. Okay, let's be clear. There's no end of the day at 5 p.m. When you work in the studio with Mark, you have 2 days in the studio. I don't mean 48 hours, but I just mean we would work until 5, and then we'd, pour a drink, and we'd all sit down and have dinner, and then we'd go back in and we'd work, until 1 or 3 in the morning.
Thank you so much for that chat.
Thank you, darling.
It's been so much fun. We are excited to have you back here in the UK.
Thank you.
Good luck with the brand new album when it comes, and hopefully come back for a UK tour, because we want to see you live again.
And I want to perform live for you.
Perfect. Well, thank you again. Now, we're going to quickly sign out with one of your classics. Would you like Just Dance, Paparazzi, or Poker Face?
Paparazzi.
Such a good song. Such a good video.
Thank you.
Here it is, Paparazzi. Lady Gaga, enjoy. Thank you.